This was insane to witness as the Los Angeles Lakers win yet another game with Luka Doncic out, LeBron James out, Mark Williams out, and Austin Reaves put the team on his back and leads them to a win against an Indiana Pacers team that was absolutely rolling prior to tonight's game. We're going to break down the win and discuss what this means going forward. Is this the last time we're going to see the Lakers without LeBron and Luka in the lineup? Before we get into it, folks, quick reminder, hit that subscribe button. If you're a part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, it's the place to be for daily Lakers content. 86% of you who are watching aren't subscribed to the channel, so if you want to support me and everybody else here at Lakers Digest, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 11,000 subscribers. Now, obviously, I said in the intro, Luka Doncic is nearing a return on Monday, and obviously LeBron and Luka, there'll be games where they're miss one of them is missing because of injuries. But this is the last game before Luka's debut, and we saw Austin Reaves absolutely put the team on his back, puts up 45 points against a very good Indiana Pacers team, and it was just absolutely insane to witness. And there's a ton of things to go over in this game, ranging from Roy Hachimura to Dorian Finney-Smith, great defense, and insane block in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth. But we're going to start with, again, there's a few different things I'm talking about. We're going to start with Austin Reaves. Now, coming into this game, LeBron was ruled out, Luka was ruled out, and Mark Williams, who was questionable, was ruled out. Now, it seems they're all going to be ready to go on Monday against the Jazz, which is going to be an absolutely electric game. We're going to be covering that for you as well. But in the meantime, we were wondering, okay, this is a scheduled loss at this point. Your Lakers have won a ton in a row. You're going in against a very good Indiana Pacers team who are absolutely rolling. They were coming off of a game, their last game where they were down 20, and then they came back and almost won. The same thing almost happened today. We saw in the first and second quarter, the Lakers were rolling, specifically in the first, put up 42 points in the first quarter, and then they blew the lead a little bit. But that's bound to happen when you don't have, the talent necessarily there. Austin Reaves, 13 from 13 from the free throw line, 4 to 9 from 3. We saw some insane, we saw in the first quarter, you see in the thumbnail, some insane snatchback threes, pull-up threes. His penetration rate was insane in the paint. I am just so impressed with this player. And obviously, there were talks about him getting traded, all these different things. They made the right call. Now, obviously, he shines and excels as an on-ball creator and on-ball facilitator, and he's better shooting threes off the dribble. How he's going to adjust with Luka Doncic and LeBron James, Luka specifically back in the lineup, or in the lineup for the first time, I should say, for the Lakers, that's the big question mark, how he'll fit in at that two-guard spot. But for now, we just witnessed an absolute masterclass. And for a team, and also shout out to Jordan Goodwin. We'll get into him a little bit later because there's a lot of different positives here. But for a team that has so much hype around it, at the same time the Lakers were playing, we saw Anthony Davis put up a historic half and a historic game, and he went down with an injury. But, good news is he's going to be healthy and he's going to be okay. And ironically enough, in the Mavericks game, we saw Max Christie hit a dagger three. There's so much crazy things going around in the NBA. But what we do know is that Austin Reaves and this Lakers team looks absolutely incredible. You have Jackson Hayes having a fantastic game. He stepped up. Gabe Vincent hitting shots. He stepped up. Not super efficient, but he's playing better. He looks more comfortable. Dorian Finney-Smith does exactly what he does best. Didn't shoot great from the three-point line tonight, which is unfortunate, but his defense was immaculate. And a few turnovers that were, it was tough to watch sometimes, but got a huge block late in the fourth. The team just looks good, and this team is very deep. One of the deepest teams now. Not deepest in the NBA, but one of the deeper teams compared to what they were before. Because if you are winning games without LeBron and without Luka and without your starting center Mark Williams, like Gabe Vincent's been playing well. Rui Hachimura has been one of the most important players to the Lakers this season. He's hitting pull-up minis. He's hitting spot-up threes. One of the best three-point shooters in the league right now. He puts up 24 points. If you move him to the bench and you have Dorian Finney-Smith in the starting lineup once Luka returns, or even if Rui stays in the starting lineup and you have DFS in the bench, it opens up so much for this team. And seeing this team, the identity, shout out to Redick. He has these guys playing hard. He has their defense being absolutely incredible. You have them moving the ball. All their play sets, their play calls are perfect. Like, everything is working well. Is he a perfect coach? No, but nobody is, right? And there was obviously there was a brief period there when the Lakers started off a little bit, going on a bit of a losing streak that people were calling out Redick. His plays are good. His personnel management is great, and I think he used the bench fantastic tonight. We saw, of course, Trey Jemison have a very solid game, had a few fouls, obviously got the tech there. Things were a little bit weird. He had a very solid game, especially for a G League guy. Jordan Goodwin, we talk about, and I've been talking about the buyout candidate, how, Shake Milton probably needs to be replaced. I don't think Shake Milton played great tonight. He was passing the ball fairly well, but he was a -6, 2 points. Jordan Goodwin put up 10 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist in the first game since being converted to a two-way contract. He looks very good. And again, he's not going to be a facilitator. He's going to be a more Max Christie type, hopefully, with 3 and D. And his defense was very solid. His facilitating and turnovers are still an issue. And I covered that in yesterday's video. Turnovers are the biggest issue for him. But he looked like he can actually carve himself a role. And Redick agreed. He played as many minutes as Gabe Vincent. And he was playing down the stretch. Rui Hachimura, They kept running play action through him. He was playing really well. Austin Reaves, I mean, not only is scoring, which is fantastic, right? Everybody knows that Austin Reaves can score, especially when you're without LeBron and Luka. But his facilitating tonight, we saw some lobs to Jackson Hayes. We saw some just great passes and making the right reads. And that's the thing with this team right now. They're winning so many games because they're making the right reads consistently. You're making the right pass. You're making the extra pass. You're playing great team defense and individual defense. No one in this starting lineup, aside from Dorian Finney-Smith, is necessarily a great defender, especially a great point of attack defender. But going up against a Pacers team that has guys like Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard was held to 1 field goal attempt. Benedict Mathurin started off the game extremely hot and cooled down. He had the team's first 11 points, I believe, 9 or 11 points. Like, their defense tonight was so good. You're holding Pascal Siakam to 23, and a lot of that was in the end, the last couple of minutes there, last 3 minutes. So you can see how this team, if you can continue to play team defense, how this team can come to fruition once you have Luka and, of course, Mark Williams there. I mean, it's very, very encouraging. Now, of course, there's still some work to do, but this team is absolutely rolling. It's on the back of, tonight, absolutely Austin Reaves. And there was, Austin Reaves was questionable coming in. He had 4 turnovers, which, given the amount he had the ball in his hands, was very solid. We saw Jordan Goodwin dribble the ball up a lot under pressure late in the game. That was great to see. It's great for his experience. Shake Milton didn't have a great game, had some nice passes. Vando, defense was solid. Rebounding was solid. Is still struggling from the three-point line, and that's going to be his kryptonite as to whether he can stay on the floor, especially come playoff time. Markieff Morris got a bit of run. It's just such an encouraging sign. And I can't help but be excited for Monday when Luka's return. Oh yeah, shout out to Markieff Morris and coming over in the Luka trade, getting in there for 6 minutes. But I can't help but be excited when it comes to Monday, because you have Luka Doncic now, you have Mark Williams and LeBron getting a bit of rest before the game. You're going up against a very interesting team in the Utah Jazz. Not very good. You should be able to win this game, right? However, as you start to think about going forward, right, how this team is going to play with each other, play among people are going to be shifted into incredibly different roles, whether that be Austin Reaves shifting to the 2 guard, Gabe Vincent obviously going back to the bench, probably as your bench point guard. And shout out to Gabe Vincent. He's been playing fantastic. And obviously a lot of his negative impact they spoke about in the broadcast was probably because of injuries last season, right? He's looking very solid offensively and defensively. Austin Reaves had a solid on-ball defensive game. He's not a good on-ball defender at all. Gave 3 steals tonight in 40 minutes. So as you start to think about, this was more of a, planting the framework for what this team is going to look like once you get your stars in and moving everybody down. Obviously, Jemison, Morris, Milton, probably even Goodwin aren't going to get a ton of run once the lineup is healthy. So it was good to see them show out tonight. But let me know down below what your thoughts are. Huge game for Austin Reaves. We're going to keep you up to date with all the latest news, whether that be post-game videos, live streams, signings, obviously trades in the offseason, all these different things. This is the place to be for daily Lakers content, your best place for daily Lakers news. And let me know if you're excited as I am about Monday, as well as this game tonight surrounding Austin Reaves. But let me know down below what your thoughts are. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers.